Hello, I'm Azaikyousuke. So it's been quite a while since I made a last update video for you guys. Today is actually the 25th of May, and if you remember my last update, I was supposed to actually go to the Philippines and Cambodia, but I guess before I talk about that, let me actually just give you guys the update about the next playthrough. So this update is actually a bit long overdue. Since last week, I was already supposed to make this update. Since I already know like the plan for what's going on with my work and what the next playthrough for both Patreon playthrough and also YouTube playthrough was. So I don't want to make people wait. I don't like to waste people's time. So if you guys only want to know the playthroughs, I'll tell you guys right now. The YouTube playthrough is the Silver Case, and if you guys want to see the first episode of that, it's already up on Patreon for free members. The Patreon playthroughs is Amayui Castle Maester, which is a usually game, and that is a game I've actually already played, but I'm replaying it again, and I gotta say, the gameplay of that is very fun. So last week, the reason why I didn't make this update video was because I was waiting for the Silver Case to go on sale on Steam. So I was looking on steam.db because it shows you when games on Steam will be on sale. And I took it last year, and it was on sale for about like right now. And turns out when I decided to play it, or when I decided to purchase it on the 23rd, it wasn't on sale. But the thing is, it was on sale today, so I refunded the game because I only played less than 2 hours. And after that, I purchased the game on sale. So yeah, there you go. That is the reason why this update video is actually a bit longer than it should be. But initial impressions for the Silver Case. The puzzles aren't that difficult, but I've only finished chapter 1, right? There was a button that made the game solve the puzzle for you. And I did not know that was what the button would do. So I was trying to solve the puzzle that was already solved. So when the button gave me the answer, I was actually trying to solve what the answer was. So there's no way I was gonna be able to clear or know the answer for that, right? So yeah. Turns out that was what happened. So it took me maybe about 15 minutes, 20 minutes to realize what the hell was happening. Like, why the hell am I not answering this correctly, even though I tried everything I could to open that first door? But yeah, after that, I was like, yeah, I already know the puzzle of this. Like, I already know what the puzzle was and how to solve it. So at that point, I'm like, yeah, fuck this. I'll just use that button to answer everything for me. But next time on chapter 2 and above, I'll try to not use that button. The button is literally just like not an hourglass, a magnifying glass. I thought it was to maybe give you hints or anything, but turns out it actually gives you the literal answer. So there's that. What I do like about the game is the tone and the story is very mysterious and dark so far. The first chapter really made it, it sets the tone very well. And as for Amayui, so last week, I was supposed to record lots of the Silver Case, but I was recording mostly Amayui since I was waiting for, like I said, the Silver Case to be on sale. But starting next week, the Silver Case will be back on track again. So episodes 3, 4, and 5 will be recorded, or sorry, 2, 3, and 4 will be recorded next week. And Amayui right now is up to episode 11. So it's quite a long while for Amayui already. It got a head start. Amayui is a very long game though. If you guys don't know, usually games are usually about, it's a game usually mostly focused on gameplay. The story is nothing to brag about, but Amayui is actually a story that I really like. Mostly because the main heroine of the game, Fia, is someone that I really like. So if you guys want to take a look at that, become a free member for Patreon. I do appreciate that. But if you guys want to see all of the other episodes, not just the previews for the first episode, do feel free to pledge on Patreon. Okay, now that's enough about the update for the next visual novels. Right now, I'm gonna be talking about what happened, about that training that I was supposed to be doing right now, and also about what I'm gonna do like this year, I guess. You guys might have also realized I started putting like those end screen things on YouTube. I started experimenting the features that are on YouTube, basically trying to make people subscribe more after they reach the end of the page, instead of just me talking my ass off, just, making people like the video, sub, and whatnot. I actually start using those, and I start using. I also decided to change the time for my uploads into 6 p.m. my time. So for people in the US, so I was literally just researching and using YouTube as a guide, because when you're using YouTube, you actually have an analysis tab that basically tells you when people watch you most and what people search, blah blah blah. I'm trying to make use of that so that people like I guess sub and pay more attention to the channel. I basically am trying to use the metrics to my advantage. The reason being is that I kind of want to try and take content creation seriously once again. So a couple of years ago, I was a streamer. If you guys don't know, I mostly came from streaming on Twitch. I stream since maybe 2017. So I streamed for quite a while and very consistently, if you can call it that. I was consistently streaming, but I wasn't really having, um, like I stream random stuff. I never really was the type of person that people would watch at the same time, at the same day, and they would know what to expect, right? And at the time, I was actually already doing pretty good at streaming. Like, I was getting money. But the thing was, just like how I was still also very, very young, and I haven't really done any sort of job back then. I was still in my college days. I didn't want to take streaming as a job, really, because I wanted to make it into a hobby. So I really appreciate it when people actually subscribe on Twitch. So subscribing on Twitch is not the same as on YouTube. So subscribing on Twitch is actually giving you money, right? Following is the same as subscribing on Twitch. So it's literally just following your channel, when you're live and whatnot. But I wasn't really into Twitch streaming as if I wanted to make it into a job, since I I was really wanting to, I don't know, like, I didn't want it to be restricting my freedom at the time. Even though I was enjoying it, I also wasn't very comfortable with the content that I was providing. When people gave me money, I felt kind of bad, since I wasn't really doing a lot. I was playing a game, I was giving my reaction, but unlike YouTube, I felt like that wasn't really something that I was giving people content about. Right now, I'm actually pretty confident that I create content that I'm very comfortable with, that I'm quite confident that I feel like I'm contributing to something. But back then, I didn't feel that. So whenever people actually give me money for that, I felt bad. And that's why I never wanted to actually make that into a job. But I feel like nowadays, I kind of know what I plan to do on Twitch. Well, not just on Twitch. You guys might have realized that I also was able to double stream both on Twitch and YouTube. But the thing was, when I was looking at YouTube chat, I do not know who is who, because YouTube has weird naming schemes. So yeah, I appreciate it if you guys would just go on Twitch, but I will still try to multi-stream both on Twitch and on YouTube. So the streams are mostly going to be just me playing JRPGs. Right now I'm on a Yeast marathon, so I'm playing Yeast Origin. And the what is it? The plan for those streams is that I'm planning on making those streams into like just a casual stream. So I'm just not gonna focus on too much what is it, progression when it comes to story, when it comes to gameplay. I'm not the best when it comes to gameplay. I know for a fact that when I try to play on Nightmare, I got my ass kicked. I had to get stuck on a boss for 2 hours, maybe even more, and I couldn't beat the boss, so I had to turn the difficulty down. I'm a filthy casual. I'm not a gamer that could grind a boss as much anymore so that I can just beat it until my hands hurt. I just can't. I'm a filthy casual now. So that's the plan on Twitch. And when those streams are done, I'm planning on actually making those into a playthrough and put those on YouTube edited. Like those streams are going to be about 6 hours long for each time I do stream, which is going to be on weekdays, the same days as when I record for Patreon. So if you guys don't know, I record for Patreon 3 times for YouTube. So 3 episodes on YouTube per week, and also 2 for Patreon per week. But if I like the Patreon poll enough, or the Patreon playthrough enough, like I did Amayui, I actually will do like 2 more episodes on the weekends. Especially right now, since this is a good transition for me to explain why I'm actually not in the Philippines and doing my training for marketing. So my brother is the one that would recommend me, or that would introduce me to the person that would teach me my training for marketing. But since he actually is quite busy this month, and since the training is only open for this month, it seems it's impossible for me to able to partake in the training this year. So I'm trying to take content creation seriously till next year and see how this goes. So if content creation really isn't working out for me, I'll probably still take that marketing training next year. But I am trying to take this somewhat seriously, at least, right? For you guys, there's nothing that's going to be different. Nothing's going to be different. Like, I will still post YouTube videos. I will still post visual novel videos. But on the days where I don't post, like Tuesdays, Thursdays, and also Saturdays, I'm gonna put Sundays exclusively for YouTube updates if there is going to be an update. So Sundays are gonna be like no videos. But on those days, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and also Saturdays, I'll try to make those into the playthrough where I put all those streams that I'll be doing. I'll try to edit them out, and I'll have voiceovers. So I'll have like gameplay footage, basically, right? And I would be able to tell you guys the story of games that I want to play, which is right now is the Yeast series. I don't know when I'm gonna be able to be done with the Yeast series, since Yeast alone has 10 games. Origin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 is supposedly coming out on September. I don't know if it's actually gonna come out on September, but in Anime Expo on August, I believe there's gonna be a premiering showcase of Yeast 10. I know that Yeast 10 is already out in Japan, but it's not out yet for us English-speaking people. So yeah, that's how it is. For weekends, as I said, I will try to not really do anything other than just edit my videos. I'll probably edit my streams during those weekends. But if you guys want to see me live, both on Twitch or on Patreon, or sorry, not on Patreon, on YouTube, it's gonna be about around 12 p.m. my time. For you guys in the US, that's probably a bad time, but it's probably a good time for people in Europe, since I think from my time to Europe, it's about a 6-hour difference. I'm about 6 hours ahead of you guys. But for people on the US, my time is probably about 12 hours ahead. So if I'm streaming at 12 p.m. my time, it might be, what, 12 a.m. your time, 1 a.m. So unless you're nocturnal, or if you guys have like work that is really late, you're working night shift, you're probably not going to be able to watch it. So yes, that is like the update for this. I'm really trying to, as I said, take content creation a bit more seriously once again. Before, I wasn't able to actually determine what I was trying to do on Twitch. So even though I was getting money, I was making decent money back then on Twitch, but I just kind of dropped it since I didn't know, and I didn't like what I was doing. I felt like I wasn't really contributing much, even though I was streaming. I was just playing a game. I didn't know if I was really making people laugh, if I was actually providing entertainment. I know for a fact that when I'm doing YouTube, I am providing um at least, even I don't know whether or not you guys might say it's entertainment, but I do feel like I'm proud of what I do when I do record myself making those videos, making those visual novel videos. I can't say as much when I was actually streaming back then in 2017 to probably 2020 to 2021. But right now I can proudly say that I am pretty proud with the, you know, just the videos that I've been producing. And I would also like to do so on stream too. Because right now I actually have a plan on what to do on stream. I'm planning on, right now, just doing the Yeast Marathon, and after that I would edit those out, upload those on YouTube, and maybe I would give subscribers on Twitch like the opportunity to make me play games with challenges and whatnot. Of course, I might not necessarily be able to complete them, but I think it's a fun little thing that I could do to make, games not boring anymore too, right? Because I know for a fact that gaming can be boring, especially when the story is not good. I know I'm more of a story-driven person. That's why I am a filthy casual. Like I said, I tried playing on Nightmare on Yeast Origin, and if I get stuck, I would grind it for sure. I would grind for a couple of hours. If I can't do it, I would even take a look at videos for speedrunners that would like beat this boss, and I'd see like what it is you need to do. But I'm just not that good. I I'm just gonna admit it, I'm not that good at games, and I feel like I do not have the patience and do not have the dedications that speedrunners do when it comes to just trying to beat bosses at the hardest difficulty and improving those times. What I am gonna do on those streams is just have a good time, play, excuse me, play on a difficulty that's good for me. Whether or not it's gonna be the hardest difficulty or the difficulty below that, as long as it's challenging enough, I will play it. And I do want to actually show you guys the story, right? At least on YouTube, I'll show you guys the story because I feel like on Twitch, it's mostly just gonna be me gaming, since games mostly have more gameplay than the visual novels that I do show you guys on YouTube. So for stream, it's mostly just gonna be me, like, probably bashing my head against a boss if it's too hard, and just talking to chat. It's more of a chill kind of vibe, unlike these YouTube videos where sometimes I would give you guys my thoughts and my, overall, um, a lot of my thoughts on the visual novels are really thought provoking. I think, at least that's what I think anyway, right? I would give lots of consideration about what the hell is going on to the story. After that, I would give my own two cents about the situation and whatnot. But that won't be happening on stream. I will most likely just be casually playing around. But after I am done with that, and I will be editing out the video, that's when I will give you guys my commentary. Since I already know what the hell transpired on stream, I will give you guys like the edited version with the story and my own narrative after that. But yeah, that's the plan so far. I hope I'm not talking too fast. I feel like today, for some reason, I'm talking a bit too well. I don't have a script or anything, so I don't even know why I'm talking very fast and very concisely. Which is kind of weird, considering usually I would be thinking about this a lot more. Maybe it's because the fact that I should be making this update video like last week, so I've been kind of thinking about it quite a while. And since I've been thinking about it, it's just very easy for me to just say what I've been thinking for that while, you know? So, without further ado, this is where I'm gonna call it for this update video. So, yeah. I was also gonna make this into somewhat of a channel trailer to promote like YouTube, what I do and stuff, but I don't know, maybe the current channel trailer is still good enough. I don't know. Maybe I'll make another channel trailer. This is mostly just like explaining what I do on Twitch along with the visual novel playthroughs and whatnot, so Maybe I'll make another separate channel trailer. Like a more professional one. But okay. Hope you guys have a good day, have a good night, wherever you are. Wherever you are. Today it is Saturday, almost 6 p.m. for me. So I will be getting some dinner, brushing my teeth, taking a shower, going to bed. So I will see you guys on the next one.